this is done, this is over and done with, and we're no longer friends. And hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Yan's Diary. And in today's video, we're gonna have a girls chat. So I have with me Renee.
Hi everyone, I'm Renee.
Right, and today's topic will be on friendship. But before we get into that topic, let's give you a little rundown on how we met. Renee, would you want to give them the rundown on how we met?
Hey, no problem. Well, we met in Jamaica about over 25 years that we met. And from we were in grade 7 until we finished Yarden, we finished university, and we have had our jobs, different sectors. And from there on, we just have had a lot of good times, bad times. We have had moments wherein that we couldn't stand each other, but at the end of the day, we are two different
Where you
characters.
said we have had our differences, that brings me to ask, would you say, in comparison to how we were growing up, like we have our different problem, difficulties, yet we still remain friends until even this day. Do you think that resonate the same with this younger generation?
I would differ because this younger generation doesn't know how it means to trust, and they don't know basically how to have faith per se in their friends, because they have everything at their doorstep, or they don't know how it means to come by, they don't know how it means to sacrifice, they don't know how really it means to have patience to wait. And with human to human interaction, you're going to have patience, you're going to have to know how to deal with other person's emotions, and you have to deal with the person's differences. And differences doesn't mean in a negative light. The differences just mean that you have to coexist in the same bubble. However, with this generation, with everything that they have online, emotions are online, emotions such as emojis are online. They don't know how to express it.
As you brought up that topic of online, everything is now on online platform. No one has had the time now because of their busy, quote unquote, busy lifestyle to have face interaction as how we had it back then. So you
Yeah.
find that it's so easy for them to just press a button and block you, or just
Yeah.
press a button and unfriend you, and that's it. And it's like them erase you from their thoughts, just like that.
As I said before, emotions are now uh, with just a click of a button. You show a sad emoji, you show a happy emoji,
And
and it doesn't necessarily mean because the emoji is happy, that doesn't mean that you're feeling happy or you're feeling sad. But it negates from the fact that we cannot express how we are feeling because we're in front of a computer screen, and that is lagging. There's the emotions that are lagging behind.
yeah, and not only that, with the whole social media and, you expressing yourself through text and really through telephone calls, some conversation get misconstrued along the way. So, for example, you type a text sent to your friend, but you never meant it in an angry tone, but how they read it and interpret it, it's like come across as aggressive and offensive manner. So that as well contributes to this generation wherein you see persons are so readily and easily to like disown you as a friend.
That is so true. Because
Mm,
how we know life to be, life is full of struggles, and if you are not able to struggle with another person, then it doesn't make sense that you're friends with that person. And individuals, they don't like hardships, and with true friendship comes hardship. And we have had our hardships both individually in our own circumstances and together.
all our difficulties and struggles, we have never ever blocked each other. We just take a
And
space, but we still find our way back to each other. And sometimes we come back to each other right in time when we really need each other the most. generation nowadays is like they don't know how to weather the storm with another person. It's just easy to give up and walk away rather than to fight the good fight. In saying that, what are the factors you would use to determine a friendship? Would you say like just meeting somebody on social media platform automatically the person give the other person a title of friends? Would you say like the word friendship is being used loosely nowadays?
Okay, with social media that can extend to a wide variety of cultures, a culture barrier that is breaking. It's good to say that, we have a friend over in another country, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're a deep friendship. I would say that friendship is like on levels. When persons meet persons on social media, I would define that as a surface friendship that you
Mhm.
can give them. Sometimes there's a level of comfort that you can speak, but you're not going to go in like have an in-depth analysis of your life because you don't know what the other person is capable of. Deep friendship and close bondedness takes some time. It
Mhm.
does take some, and with time comes a deeper companionship. So with friendship, mostly the definition is just surface friendship, a little higher than an associate, because with an associate you don't tell persons your business. But however, we find that a lot of these persons that meet on social media, they do tell persons their business with the realization that they just want somebody to speak to.
But not necessarily as a long-term relationship because friendship is like a relationship, you know. You have to give your time, your energy, your emotion in it in order to make it. Next question would be, what would be your breaking point in a friendship as to say you this is done, this is over and done with that, we're no longer friends and cut off all ties with that person? What would be your breaking point?
I have to be honest. If I have a person that I have a long-term deep friendship, I don't think there is anything really that that person could do for me not to disown that person. I honestly would not disown a person who has been my friend since long time. I wouldn't. I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't. I wouldn't. No matter what bad thing that you have would the other person would have done, because
Mm-hmm.
if I know that person, it's not that the person is a serial killer or uh really drug dealer or something like that. But I mean, everything else I wouldn't disown a really good friend, no matter how bad that person. Mistakes happen, and we have to learn to forgive in life because nobody's perfect. So I
True.
wouldn't.
So would you say then we are too much of a forgiving generation then because we make so many things slide that this present generation wouldn't necessarily let slide? Would you we're settlers with
We have been through a lot. It is so much that we have been through because we have a history of going through a lot.
no?
Say that you can just give up on
Uh-huh.
just like that. Because the hard times that we have been through, really hard times that we have been through. Who came for my report card then?
Oh yes, yes, really, yes. My mother collected your report cards, and my mother had to step in. So you see,
Yeah,
we more than just history. We also have some emotional bonding because we at one point that your mother
sure.
should have been there to fulfill.
Yeah,
Yeah. I forgot about that, I'm surprised that you remember that.
yeah,
Friendship supposed to be more than just superficial, just seeing somebody on social media and just saying hi every now and then. More deep. It's more
yeah,
fun, a relationship, an emotional bond, a spiritual bond, and also a physical bond where necessary with that person in order to grow trust and
mhm,
longevity. Right.
yeah. And the stories that we tell of our circumstances, sometimes it is just heart rendering. You don't usually tell persons your stories on social media because you will tell them what you want to tell them. But when you have a long-term friendship, you tell them the raw deal. However, with social media, you take what you want so that you don't look bad in front of the other persons. While with us, whether we look bad or we look good or it shouldn't matter because it's the other person that is going to help the other person, not necessarily pride that should come in between us as one person is better than the other person. It's not like that.
Okay. All right. So I think we have covered a lot, and this might need a part two eventually when we meet up. Okay, guys. So we've come to the end of the video. Please leave a comment down in the section below, giving your input on the points that we have raised, and don't forget to drop a like. Also, guys, most importantly, please subscribe. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.
Bye.